Well, this thing is turned some, so give me a second here. So, hi, I'm Tenacious Earl, and I'm going to try to get this final round going if my camera will be cool with it, not go flopping around here. Okay, so what you see here is basically my playing surface for this tournament. Now, in past tournament, like one of my more recent tournaments, I switched between some views and such, and I think it really takes some extra times to do that. And as much as I think it helps some of the explanation, I'm just going to go ahead and forego that this time. I apologize if I get a lot of if I were to get a lot of feedback saying, "Oh, we really like the other way," then I might do some more of that. But at the moment, I just want to kind of get through this tournament, and I hope you all understand. Alan Shaw also left me a couple of comments. I answered them on the videos for the third round. The first one was about till further notice, so TFN. If you remember here, we had. So in the perks and issues, Jimmy Kimes has extra control TFN. That means till further notice. And what that means is that it's sort of like a long-term situation. Either get a trait, get an injury, lose a trait, some kind of bad deal going for you, some kind of good deal going for you. And for Jimmy Kimes, that's a good deal. So, but he asked, how do you determine when that's over? And just to address that now, you determine it's over when you have the sixth TFN situation since that one. So I was telling you that Rafael Mraz, he was sort of like the first on the list to come up. You can have up to 5 at any one time on a tour. So that's where it's at right now, is that the next tournament, Rafael Mraz will be available to play in that one. There are 4 other injuries. I don't recall them all. Well, I do recall some. Wyatt Sells, DC Metcalf, Ziggy Juno, and I always forget the final one, but there's one more that is injured. And so as we get more TFNs, those others will become healthy again and will be able to play again. So it's kind of like in History Maker Baseball. There are till further notice qualities and stuff which help add to the fictional nature of things. The other question was about an after tournament video, like how do you complete the tournament after you get done rolling everything, and I'll try to do that the best that I can. A lot of that's at the computer. I have some algorithms that use Play, who's the manufacturer of this game. This is History Maker Golf. I have some algorithms worked out in a Google sheet, so that all I have to do is add their letter grades, and it will automatically calculate where guys will fall based on that. So as far as their scores, but I can kind of go through that manually and show you a few, just so that way you have an idea when you want to play a tournament how to do that best. So up here we have the scoreboard. If you've never seen this before, we've got Jimmy Kimes leading. I try to put one, and actually I'll put one more. You can see my little 20-sided die over here in the corner lurking. We don't use that in the final round, but it's still there, ready to pounce should anybody get out of hand. So you better be good. You better be good. I'm talking about you right there. No, just kidding. Jimmy Kimes is the leader. Ji Woon Ko is at -10, one behind. -9, Kenny Service. I'm not sure how the words look here. I'll try to walk you through it every once in a while. But what we're going to do is we do 6 pairings. What I can do is I can show you my pairing sheet right here. It is Rowetter and George. They're at -5 and -4 respectively. Then you've got a group of 6 at 7 under. Jeremiah James, Nate Killo, Now, Jeremiah James is going to be lucky the whole round, which means he's always going to start with a blue chip, and I got to remember to throw one on his card to boot. I already put the 3 reds that Nate Killo gets. So if James spends all his blue chips on a hole, he starts the next one with another. So he's got some, and then he's got some good stuff going. Gil Granbury, Leon Bay, Kenji Morita, David Alvestad. So we're going to keep working along through here. We kind of go down. So we would do Rowetter and George the first hole, then they'd play the second. We'd filter in James and Killo for the first, and then we'd keep going right along. So then at -8 is Yunli Song, -9 Kenny Service, and then -10 Ko and Kimes with extra control at -11. Now, Ji-Woon Ko, he has another, I haven't written it down yet. I have it in mind. If he birdies the first hole, he will be sunny, so his mood will be sunny from then on. Otherwise, he'll be stormy the rest of the round. So let's get rolling. Normal weather conditions, and it will be Dale George to be the first. And actually, I've got these out of order right here. It'll be Rowetter to start. Now, he doesn't have a whole lot of qualities here. That doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, because there are some bad qualities that you could have, like Workman and Duffer and stuff like that. But so the first hole and I didn't mention we are at the Players Club, which is plays term for TPC Sawgrass. So they're in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. And the first hole, some people may be familiar with this course. It's a tough course. You're going to see probably the most water we've seen on any of the courses. I'll try to put the cards up here for you just so you can see. You can see it's a course control of 4. Now, because of extra control, Jimmy Kimes will always have the 4 to his advantage. So if you roll the white die, these numbers up here, if it comes up to those numbers, then we do the figuring off this card. If it's a 1 in this case, then we figure it out using mostly the traits off of the golfer cards. We say the golfer has control. 6, the golfer has control, but it's a less than ideal tee shot. And then you usually, at that point, will decide, a golfer will to take an easy par and earn a blue chip for patience rather than trying to press and go for it. So we'll try to cover this. I want to be thorough, but I also want to try and get through here. So let's get going with Denny Rowetter. First hole, challenging. Well, this has a semi-challenging green, so half the time the green will be challenging if they land on a golf cam green roll, which is this circle right there at 44. The squares are golf cam course, and so this is not daunting nor cordial, so it'll be kind of like middle of the road. And you've got some sand on this hole, and you've got one lonely space here for water. Players want to keep their drive right on this slight dog leg to the right and have a best approach to the long and shallow green. And so Rowetter, so if this were Jimmy Kimes, he would have control, and we'd look off his card, but instead it will be the course controlling here with everybody else with a 4 white. And so then what we do is we take the brown and the black, and we read them in ascending order and find that space on the card here. So in this case, 45 is rough. You see, that's the rough. That's a little, kind of looks like a little bit of weeds there. And then there's a 1, which means the tee shot goes into the rough. And so then we go to the golf cam rough in the book. And so we consult the book on just about every shot. And so off the tee, and so with a green 1, that's good. So if you end up in these hazard spots with a green 1, that's usually going to be a positive thing for someone. The higher the number on the green die when you get into these hazards, the tougher it's probably going to be to get out. But this is a 1, so we'll see here with Rowetter. I could show you the book here. With a 1, is he a workman? And he is not. So you don't end up with a moderate putt per par. Instead, you end up with a wow, which is this here. So he's got a chance to hit a nice shot out of this rough and maybe even come close to the hole. So he will earn a blue chip for that. a wow shot gets a blue chip, and you re-roll the white die, and you get a 4, and so the 4 means an easy putt for birdie, okay? And, well, I have to go back to the way I've been doing it before, so we're just going to go ahead and, early on, he is going to keep his blue chip and take the easy putt for birdie. We will roll the green die for putts. 1 to 4, and he makes it. So a birdie for Rowetter on the first. So in Slacker, I've been toying with using the match play style. Basically, so Rowetter moves to 6 under. I've been toying with trying to set up each player on the green, and then we go from there. But I'm not going to do that for this round. Okay, so Dale George gets his chance.
Why is there a number? So I can't get on this. It's a pin.
What do you want?
So I can go on the fine.
Why do you need to be in there? That's not going to help you with anything. What do you need in there?
I don't want to use it.
You want to watch YouTube?
Where's my gun? You actually want to suck rather than
I know. Okay, well, sorry for the interruption there. We'll move on to Dale George now. Let's shake it up. He also gets a 4, and this time it'll be 24 on that. And so 24, he is in the rough with his second shot. And he also gets a green one, which means he might hole it out. So if he's a workman, he won't, but he is not a workman, so he'll have a pin shot. Now, the best way to do this is to just show you the pin rolls right here. This is for a par 5. This is for par 4 and par 3. Actually, and also for par 5, but with a third shot. So we roll. I got to try and set this back up again just a second. We roll the white die again. Now, for a wow shot, you get a blue chip. For a pin shot, you don't. So we roll the white die. It's a 5, so that means a moderate putt for par. So Dale George doesn't have any chips. A moderate putt for par is 1 to 5, and he makes it for his par. So he'll remain at -4. We will go to the second. And this is a scoring hole. Rowetter, he could get into this little grouping here at -7 with this double cordial hole. So double cordial, if you roll a white 6, you can take a gimme birdie. You don't get a blue chip for that, but you do get a gimme birdie on a double cordial hole. But this also has the little bit of threat for water. If you roll a white 5 and you get 44 on those, you'll probably be scrambling for par. But some opportunities for birdies. Obviously, these course cam ones right here are going to be probably good shots at birdies for a lot of guys. And so Rowetter will be first to play here at the second birdie hole, and he will have control with 144. So we will go to this chart. And so is he a hacker? He is not. And is he a champion? He's also not a champion, so he's going to have a moderate putt for birdie. Okay, so moderate is 1 to 2. He could use his blue chip here to get another 1 to 4 chance. That's that would get him within 4 shots of the lead, and he's going to use it. He's going to go for broke here a bit. It's early. He knows that he's got to make some birdies. He needs a 1 to 4, And it's a 3 back-to-back birdies for Rowetter. He's aggressive, and he makes it to -7 right off the bat. So Dale George now. He also ends up with a 1, but he'll be 3-3-4. So we'll go to the flip side here, 3-3-4. He is not a yeoman. He is not a hacker. And he is not a champion. So we go to right now, which he is just basically even. No hot, no cold. And so on a par 5 with a 4, is he hot? No. That will leave him with a double difficult putt for birdie. So I am not... Actually, yes, I will use the custom lag rule that I have. So we will lag this with... usually a lag, you would just say that it becomes a... you would say a double difficult birdie becomes an easy par, but I made a change here to where I'm doing a custom rule where if you get double one, you roll 2 d6s. If you get double ones, you have you improve from what the lag normally would be. If you get double 6s, you get worse off. And so it's double 5s, that won't mean anything. So it'll be we go from double difficult birdie to easy par. So that means we just re-roll these guys. So that's going to be what's called the high roll, 6-6 miss, and he makes it. So that's a par. Okay, so Rowetter making an early move, and that will bring us to Jeremiah James. Hi, Jerry. Maybe your namesake there, Jeremiah James. Maybe not. And Nate Killo there. Now Nate Killo starts with 3 red chips, and that's kind of like bad juju there. So you're talking if he can use those chips and end up at even par after using each of those, he will have done really well to just sort of discard those red chips over the first few holes. A good place to use a red chip might be number 2, where you're automatically going to throw it to the course card or something like that. But James, he will start here on number 1. And it will be course controlled 46, and that will be in the bunker. And he's got a bunker with a 4. So it's going to be sort of a middle of the road approach here. Is he chunky? He is not chunky, so he'll have a moderate second putt for par. We will, and so moderate pars are 1 to 5, and he will make that. He could have used that to make it gimme or to make it easy. Should have used it because he would get another. He'd get another blue chip anyway. He's lucky. So, but anyway, now on this hole, Killo would not use a red chip because he could also get lucky with a white 6, which would remove a red chip. He'd earn a blue chip, which he basically cancels out a red. But he gets a 5, 45. That's in the rough at the first, and he's got a 2, which might still give him a chance at a wow shot here. So we'll see. 2, is he a master? That's Killo, and Killo is not a master. So he will not have the wow chance. Instead, he'll have a moderate second putt for par. Now, one thing you could do is make it difficult. That's you could use a red chip to downgrade it, but instead he doesn't want to do that. Now, this is a 1 to 5, and he will make it. Stays at -7, so there's still 7 guys at -7. We'll go to number 3 now. Rowetter and George. Beatles. Eternally. So Rowetter, 2 quick birdies. You can see up here is our leaderboard, and we have Dale George right here. He's way off at -4. I realized I kind of did things the wrong way when I took the B pluses, but I'm sticking with it. But once Dale George is more shots back from the leader than he has holes left to play, we're gonna have him do quick play. So So row wetter with 2 birdies in a row. He's hot. And this par 3, you still have some threat of water here. You really have no chance at course control unless you're Kimes, who has extra control. A 6 here on the white die would be very welcome for row wetter. He gets a 4, and that's going to be 26, and that's going to be, well, it would be in the bunker if the decider die was blank. It says decider die blank. That's this little asterisk here. Where swirling winds catch the ball, it goes in the bunker, but instead it's going to be golf cam course because the decider die is a dot. And so then we go to a 2, course in the par 3. Is it cordial? No. It's not daunting either. Those kind of markings are usually up here, so it'll be an easy putt for par. For row wetter, that's a 6-6 miss, and he makes it. So that ends his birdie streak at 2. Now Dale George, he really could use a birdie streak of his own. And 55, he'll be in the sand trap with his first shot. That's the 55 right here, 5-5, and right here. And on the first shot with a 4, is he chunky? No, he isn't. So he'll have a moderate putt for par, another 1-5. Makes it. The green die has been quite affable today so far. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so James and Killo both parred the first, so Jeremiah James with his blue chip will be the first to play. 1-4-5 off of his own card. So he's not a duffer. Lucky it wasn't Yeoman because he's semi-Yeoman in the dot showing, but duffer, not a hacker, and it's not a firm green, so it's going to be golf cam green. And a 4 on a par 5. Is it a friendly green? It's semi-friendly. We didn't use this dot for anything yet, so that becomes a friendly green. It is, so it's a clutch putt for birdie. And he is a gold putter, so he has a chance at earning another blue chip. Of course, if he misses it, he'll lose that blue chip. About a 1-5 because he's gold. And it's 6. There goes his blue chip. Of course, he'll earn another one, but that's a missed birdie for him. He would have been 3 out of the first 4, and now a 6-6. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of row wetter. Excuse me. He misses a birdie. He could have moved to -8 with that, but now the high roll, that's a par. Getting a little ahead of myself there. Nate Killo now with his... He's going to use a red chip here. He'll give control to the hole. We'll dial up the white 5 right there. And he's hoping for one of these guys. 12. That's going to be in the bunker with his second shot. So bad luck for Killo. Should still be able to rally for a par here. Let's see. Second shot in the bunker. And a 3. Is he chunky? Actually, no. He's actually sandy, which a 2 would have been pretty helpful for him. But instead, he'll have a difficult putt for birdie. So... you can use 2 chips on a hole, and you know what he's going to do here? He is going to use a red chip, a second red chip, and he is going to take his... So for a difficult birdie, you'd need a 1. What he's instead going to do is he's going to lag a double difficult birdie putt. And so we're going to roll this. This is my custom lag roll, remember, and he misses. But he ends up with an easy par putt, so as long as he doesn't blow the 6-6 miss, and he doesn't, he'll get a par, and so he's bled 2 of the red chips already, which is probably a good thing. He'd love to get those off of his... he started around with 3, and the quicker he can get rid of those, probably the quicker he can start earning some... And so, and he bled 2 of them without taking a bogey, and again, that's probably your big thing here. Trying to relax. Jerry's trying to relax. Beatles is installing classic ballparks into out of the park. And Beatles has too many projects. Yep. Don't we all? All right, back to the first. It's a fair first hole. The green can be a little bit of a wench sometimes, but Gil Granbury golf cam course will be with a 35, but he's going to get a 6. Let's see how that shakes out for him here. 6. Is it a daunting hole? No. He'll have a clutch putt for birdie. He's 1 to 3 because he is just a normal or a neutral clutch putter. Needs a 1 through 3, and he gets a 5. He'll earn a red chip for missing a clutch putt. And he'll have an easy par, which he makes. So Granbury will have to shed a red chip somewhere. Maybe the second. It's not a bad place to do it. You can pick up birdies there with it. Leon Bay, he'll earn a blue chip by taking a gimme par there at the first on that white 6. And so we've got 3 groups off here, and we're not quite at the half-hour mark. So we're going to go to the 4th. Now we've got a string of 4 par 4s in a row. Sometimes in this game, par 4s can just seem pretty redundant or repetitive, but in this one you've got and I'll tell you what, in the newer one of the ones I just got, also I also forgot to mention I made a mistake in my video about where I was revealing and opening my new courses. I said Arnold Palmer designed Bay Hill. He did not. Forget the guy's name who did design it, but Arnie has been a long-term proponent. I would imagine Arnie made some design tweaks over the years for that, but he hosted his tournament there, the Bay Hill Classic, for many years. So, or the Bay Hill Invitational, that might be what it's called. But anyway, so this par 4 here at Sawgrass, TPC Sawgrass, or the Players Club, if you want to call it that. The verbiage here says accuracy off the tee is tested by a deep fairway bunker to the right and rough covering the knolls to the left of the landing area. So, you've got this rough over here with a couple of places of respite here in the 13 and 14. You've got a little bit of water short of the green on that approach, and you've got some water on the right off the tee. So Rowetter, and only a course control of 2 here, so he should have a good chance at shooting off his card, and he does. 2, 3, 6. And so he's not a duffer, but it's going to be a duffer would be even worse, but this is going to be a short game check for Rowetter with a 6. So is he stone? Does not have stone listed under his irons, so he'll have a difficult putt for par. So again, the green die on some of these, when it's higher, it's usually going to be a not so great result. But Rowetter now with a chance at a difficult par. 1 to 3. This could undo one of his birdies from earlier, but he makes it. So par keeps him at -7 with James, Killo, and Granbury, and Bay, and Merida. We'll see Merida and Alvestat in this cycle here. So here is Dale George. Dale George is just kind of playing his round. He's not making any moves at all, and eventually he's going to go into out of contention if things don't get any better. But he'll play off of his card with a 2-2-5. And so is he a legend? No. And he's not utility, so we go to his mood, and his mood is neutral. And with a 2, it would be checking to see if he is sunny, and so it'll be a slightly different or slightly lesser chance, and it will be a difficult putt for birdie. So That's the way it is. If it's odd in these mood and right now and stuff, it's usually, it checks to see if you're on the bad side of things, and if you are, then it's pretty bad. If you're not on the bad side of things, it's pretty good. Then if it's even, it checks to see if you're on the good side of things, and if you're on the good side of things, it's really good. If you're not on the good side of things, it's sort of like average to slightly below average. And so that's what this is. Is he sunny? He is not. So it's going to be a difficult putt for birdie, which is a 1. He needs a 1 for this. He might as well, he could lag it here. With where he's at, he's just going to go ahead and try and get a 1, and he gets a 3. So that is a missed difficult birdie. So he'll have a moderate par putt, 1 to 5, and he makes it. So could have lagged. Instead, he needs birdies, and he thought he would give himself the best chance possible to make a birdie there. Back to this par 3 with some water, with some sand. It'll be Jeremiah James. He got a blue chip back because he's lucky. Rolled in the Turney Perks. And it'll be a 33, which is in the bunker, with his tee shot and a 4. So we check to see if he is chunky, and he is not chunky. So he will end up with a moderate par putt here, 1 to 5. And he's going to use his blue chip to make it easy. Might as well use it. He gets another one back every hole, and he makes it. So no sense in chancing that 6 coming up and making it big deal. Kilo now still has a red chip, but he's going to hold. Now what he could do is he could either hold on to it here and hope for a white 6. He could use it because if he doesn't get the white 6, he's going to get that side of the card anyway, but he's going to take his chances here. And it's a 3. Maybe he should have used it. 56, that'll be Golf Cam Course. And a 1. And so it's not daunting, not friendly. Par 3, is it cordial? I meant not friendly. Is he cordial? Or is it cordial? It's not. Is he laser? He is not. Laser means accurate irons, so he does not have that. So it's going to be a clutch putt for par for Kilo. And, well, he is a neutral putter. If he makes this, the red chip would go away because it is because it's a clutch putt. He would earn a second red chip if he misses. That's the downside. He could play the red chip, take himself to rust, and guarantee himself a bogey, most likely. Well, he'd guarantee that he'd be rid of his red chips. But he's going to drop a shot if he does that. He's going to test his luck, and he should have taken it. Should have just played it and done the. So now I need to, as long as you don't get a 6-6 miss there, he's got a bogey. So he tried to play the strategy card, and it didn't work out so well. Well, he still got time to use those things. So now it'll be the second, this easy par 5. Although so far only 1 birdie out of 4. Granbury is going to go ahead and have it be, well, no, the course control, it's a 5. So course will control this one. 66 Golf Cam Course and a 4. So is it daunting? It's actually, no, it's double cordial. So he'll have a clutch putt for birdie. Now, because he spent a red chip, he cannot earn a chip. So 1 to 3, and it's a 6. He wouldn't have made that in any day of the week. Got the yips there, so it'll be an easy par. Makes that, so now it'll be Leon Bay. Again, a double cordial. If you get the white 6, that's a gimme birdie. But he's going to be off of the course at 14. He's going to be in the sand in 2, so rough break there for Leon Bay. Got the 16% that ends up on the course card, and it ends up in some not so great shape with a 5. Is he sandy? He is not, so he will end up with a double difficult putt for birdie. He's going to lag it for an easy par putt. Actually, we said we were going to use green, didn't we? Oh boy, he just about hit that 6-6. But, all right, so easy par. He makes it. So, the second hasn't been as easy. It's been hearing me run it down as being a cakewalk, and instead it's kind of... See you later, Beatles. Okay, so course is being pretty down the middle here. Not too many birdies, not too many bogeys. And now we've got the final pairing that starts at -7. It'll be Kenji Morita and David Alvestad. Morita is a good... He works the ball really well. Now he's also good with his recovery out of the sand. One of the best bunker players on tour. And he's also very experienced. He's got an icon rating. And he'll be 46, so that'll be in the sand off the tee with a 6. So this is not going to work out so well for him. Now, Morita is sandy, so that checks that. He's going to have a double difficult putt for birdie rather than a double difficult par putt. So actually catches a break here on this, and he should be able to work his par out. So we will roll our little custom lag roll. Doesn't make it, but he does end up with an easy par putt. And he makes it. Wow. Double 3 threes. I guess I didn't shake him very well, but I got 3-3. I think I got 3-3 both times. That's pretty remarkable there. Here is David Alvestad. Okay, and he'll have control off of his card, 1-4-5. Par for Duffer or Gilded. Oh, David Alvestad is Gilded. So he's going to have a gallery groans, a bad tee shot for him, and we'll have to see what comes of that with the 5 on the green. So is he a workman? No, it's funny. He's gilded, but he's a semi-master and he's semi-laser. So he can work out of some things, but he's not a workman. Difficult putt for par. So 1-3. Needs this to stay at -7, and he misses. So, and also I think I forgot to move Kilo down to -6. So. But Alvestad now, so that was a difficult par putt. Now he's got a moderate bogey. Oh, and he misses that. It's going to be a double bogey for Alvestad. But now he's got the 6-6 miss for double. And he will make that. But a double bogey right off the bat, and Alvestad moves down to -5. Not a good start there for the Dane, I think. Is he Dane or Swedish? I forget which. But, alright, so already with some relative disaster, so we're into this string of par 4s here. And this is our first chance at seeing a semi-firm green here and a semi-daunting hole. So this is one that's going to catch a couple of guys on bogeys for sure. And we're moving closer and closer to getting to that first, the lead pairing. And hold on just a second, folks.
You found a giant orb-eating spider in our yard before.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's yellow.
Oh.
It's yellow color, right?
Is it poisonous?
No, but there's one picture that showed it eating a bird.
Wow.
It has a web around it.
Wow.
It also eats wax.
It's pretty foul. Yeah. All right. So. Okay. So Rowetter and George will come here to 5, and let's just read the little caption here. Dog leg right. So dog leg right, it kind of goes here and then like this. If you've ever been on a course and you know that's dog leg right, looks like a dog's leg. plenty of traps for errant tee shots. And so if you've ever seen TBC Sawgrass, you will know that it's definitely, I think this is, I think it's Pete Dye probably designed this course. And he likes bunkers, and he likes water, and he likes you to make accurate shots. And so that's his ball of wax. And he also likes to make, and so the whole theory behind the TPC courses was like stadium style courses that people could come and watch a tournament on. And so see a lot of mounds to the side of the green, so it's kind of forms a almost like bleachers there for people to sit on. And but anyway, wind management is crucial, it finishes off saying. So you still have water here, and this actually these guys right here turn to water if the decide or die is blank. So row wetter, better be careful. And it's 4 degrees of control for the course. So this is one that you want a 6 or a 1. That would really work out well if you're a golfer. And you get a 1, so he'll avoid the water on that course card, or hole card, if you will. And we'll go to the par 4 chart, 344. Is he yeoman or puny? He's not. Is it a firm green, semi-firm with a dot? Yes, it's firm. It doesn't hold. It's going to be short game check. I think that's the first time I've had a firm green come at it. And so is he stone with his irons? He's not. So he'll have an easy putt for par. So, easy putt for par is the high roll 6-6 miss. And he is on 3 pars in a row now after 2 birdies to start. Still at -7. Dale George way back at -4. Just kind of, okay, Jerry, well, I'm still here. I'm probably going to try to get through a good bit of this front 9 here tonight. And so a 2 on the white die means it's going to be course control for George. 55. No. Oh, boy. Oh, no. So if you see here, it's a 55 on the black and brown. So 55, it's this one here with the asterisk. And if you see up here with the asterisk, decide or die blank. Crosswind, send the ball into the water in the first shot. So George goes into the drink. And he is going to have a tough time. Well, he might have a chance at recovering for par, though, with a green 1. That's about the best you can do when you end up in the water. So, but is he a hero? So that's the first shot. Is he a hero? No, he's not. He'll have a moderate putt for bogey. So, that's a 1-5. Can he make it? And he does. It rounds the cup and drops. So a bogey for George, he'll be at -3. That's 8 back with, well, we're going to keep him in here until he just plops out the back end. But not having a good day. Oh, well, it's not, it could be a lot worse, we'll say it that way. But he just started way back, and it's not getting any better. So Jeremiah James, he will get a blue chip because he's lucky this round. And so we go to the 4th. And he will earn another blue chip. So he could go for the green in 2 here. Go for the green in, well, and he's got the, let's see, what on a par 4, what is it? Is it champion? It's either master or workman. He's not a master, so the best he could do is a moderate putt for birdie. He's going to take his par, so he won't be earning a blue chip next time, but he gets a second blue chip there, takes a par with his white 6, and we'll go to Kilo now, who bogeyed number 3, and he's still got 2 red chips. He earned another one because of that missed clutch putt. Wait a second. That's right, he did not use a red chip before that. So, yeah, 2 off of his card, 4-4-5, par 4. Sorry, I was thinking there, did I use a red chip and give him another on top of it? But I didn't. So, 455. Is he a legend? No. Champion? No. So it's going to be Mood. At the moment, he is... boy, who, oh no. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this video. Somebody had, it wasn't Kilo though, because somebody was, at a par 3, which would have been the third. Could have been Jeremiah James. Or no, it was a par 4. I'm thinking it's either Granbury or Bay. I should have marked it down. One of them is going to be Stormy because he missed a difficult birdie putt. Or it could have been Kilo. Oh no, man. That's why you got to make notes. Well, we're at 45 minutes, and I don't want to stop this. But I can't check it. Because somebody... Well, you know what? I let Kilo lag a putt. And it might have been at the... Was that the par... That would have been a par 5, not a par 4. So... It's probably... Well, Granbury got a red chip, so he had... So it might be Leon Bay. I don't think so. Well, anyway, I don't think it... I'm pretty sure it wasn't Kilo. So, he's got a 4... on a par 4 on a mood check, and so he is not sunny right now. So he'll have a double difficult putt for birdie. Now, if you lag, you do not have that affect your mood, and he's going to have to lag here. So, double difficult putt for birdie. And so that will be an easy par putt. And Kilo is going to get a little he's getting a little aggressive here. He's going to use a red chip to make it moderate from easy, and he makes it. So he gets away with getting rid of a red chip there. And so he is not Stormy. Someone is. I'm going to have to figure that out. So I'm going to have to go back and watch back and see who was there. Okay. So we are going to the third, and it'll be Granbury and Bay. Let's just hope we don't have any more mood checks before then, because I might have to shut it down and come back tomorrow for some more. But here is Granbury. Pars for these guys so far, and Granbury will earn a blue chip. Although one thing he can do before he takes that blue chip is... That's okay, Jerry. Don't worry. No worries. We're in good shape. With a 3, so is he soft? Is Granbury soft? He could get a moderate pitch for birdie here. Doesn't have any blue chips, so he's not going to do that at the moment. Moderate chip would be a 1 to 2 chance, so he's going to instead take a gimme par. So what I'm doing there is that's the go for it. And on a par 3, because you've already hit your first shot, you know whether or not you can try it. And so the 3 means you check his traits, and if the guy is soft, he can get a moderate birdie. If he's not soft, if he's stone, he would get worse. But anyway, Leon Bay now. Granbury trying to hold Leon at bay. And so that's a no on the decider die. A 3 means it's going to be a check of 23 in the rough with his. So he not only misses the green with his first. He who knows, maybe he put it in the bunker and then he fluffed it out of that into the rough. So his second shot's coming out of the rough with a 2. So he probably needs to be master in order to even have a chance at a par here, knocking it in. So let's see. 3 with a second shot, par 3, second shot 2. Is he a workman? No. So he'll have an easy putt for bogey. Ugh, boy. Leon Bay. So easy putt for bogey. 6-6 misses and he makes it. But he'll drop out of that tie for -7. Okay. And we'll go to 2 now. Let's see if Merida and Alvestad. Number 2 has had some teeth here so far in this first round. Of course, number 1 did. Alvestad took a double bogey on 1. So Merida will roll off of the card, and it'll be a 3-5-6 off of his. He'll have control. Is he scatter or puny? No. Hero? No. Champion? No. So it's going to be a mood. Oh, was it him that had the mood stuff? I have no clue. I think whoever had that mood roll lagged. So let's just say, so it's a 3. We'll check 3, and we're going to say that he is not stormy, because I think that's going to be the mood check on the par 5. Is he stormy? No. So he'll have an easy putt for birdie. That's a 1-4. If he makes it, then he will be sunny. If he misses, he'll be stormy. Makes it sunny for Merida. But he will birdie, and he will rise to -8 to join Yun Lee Song, who will be teeing off at the first shortly. So David Alvestad now, who is struggling to even stay in contention here. He's going to use the red chip to give control of this hole to the course, and he's hoping that double cordial comes in handy for him right now. 25, and it will be a cordial hole with a 6 on the par 5. Is it daunting or scatter? No. Wait, is Alvestad scatter? He's not. Clutch putt for birdie. Now he's 1-3. Doesn't have a blue chip to use. Can't get a red chip because he already played a red chip. So 1-3, birdies it, and so he will get back one of the shots he lost at the first. So he'll join Kilo and Bay at -6, and so we're back to the second to last group. It's going to be teeing off at the first. I'd like to get through at least the first group here, which is Kimes and Co. Get them off of that first hole. So it's going to be Kenny Service leading off here on 1 here for the second to last group. And so he'll have control 2-4-4. And he's got a nice card there, except he's semi-utility. That's probably the one thing that... He's also semi-rust, so his clutch putting is not so great. 2-4-4. Is he king or dynamic? Yes, he is king. He will get a blue chip, and the gallery will cheer at a great drive. And now with a 2, is he a champion? He's semi-champion, no dot, so he's not. He's going to have a moderate putt for birdie. If that dot had been there, he would have had a gimme birdie putt. Service could use the blue chip to make it easy. He's just going to roll the moderate birdie 1-2. Makes it. So Kenny Service with an early salvo, a birdie at the first, moves him to -10. And so he's immediately going to put pressure on these leaders. And Yun Lee Song, the Masters winner, he obviously knows how to win a big tournament. This is sort of considered a semi-major on the tour here. It's going to be 12. So it's not only in the bunker with his approach shot, he's going to get because there's an asterisk, he's going to get an exclamation mark for his trouble, which means each putt is going to be one difficulty higher. So, sand in the second shot on a par 4 with a 1, so that the 1 should help. Is Yun Lee Song chunky? No. So he'll have a pin shot. He wants a 1 right here, but he gets a 6, and so it's going to be even worse. The 6 is a difficult putt for par, and with that exclamation mark, makes it double difficult. So a double difficult putt for par for Yun Lee Song, and he's going to have to lag. Custom lag rule means double 1s would help him. Won't get it, so he'll have an easy bogey putt, and he's going to start right off moving down to -7 unless he gets double 6s, and no double 6s, so a bogey for Yun Lee Song. And that's a tough start for him right off the bat. Okay, so all right, we're going to take this, our first group in the telecast, Rowetter and George. They're going to go to 6th. And once we cycle through here, we'll get the top 2 guys leading off. It'll be Kimes and Co. Not a lot of firepower on this leaderboard. Granbury's one of them. Yun Lee Song is one of them, but they're both 4 back of the leaders. What they would be hoping for is maybe to see Kimes and Co. Take on some water here, literally. All right, so Rowetter. Okay, let's read this on 6. I'm trying to read the ones as we come to them. So this is not an easy hole. Another firm hole, another firm green, another semi-firm, semi-challenging, and it has the exclamation mark, which is going to make every putt a little tougher. Straying from the fairway on this hole is a recipe for disaster, and really what that means is if you hit a 4 or a 5 here, you're increasing your chance of straying from the fairway. And things don't get any easier when you reach the challenging green. So here is Rowetter. He doesn't have any blue chips to help him, but he's going to get one. He'll take a par on this hole any day of the week. So he's still 2 under par on his round, staying right at -7. He's lurking. That's what we'll say. Dale George way out of it. I'm just kind of keeping him in here because I have a rule, and it's gonna be off his card 3-4-4, par 4. Yeoman or puny? No. Firm green? Yes. It's going to be, because it's semi-firm with a dot, so it's going to be a check of the firm green. It's going to be a short game check with a 4. So, normal short game 4. Is he stone? No. Easy putt for par. Except there is a exclamation mark, so that easy putt becomes a moderate putt. 1 to 5, and it burns him. So he's going to end up with another bogey, and I don't know how long I'm going to hold Dale George in this. Back-to-back bogeys. He's down to -2. I'm going to keep playing him until... So what is he? He's 9 back with 12 to play. So, again, that's my way of doing this is once you're more strokes back than holes to play, that's when we stop playing you. So... Okay, so the 5th, par 4, and James and Kilo are just now kind of moving into the teeth of this course. 5, 6, and 7 are not easy holes. 34, well, he's going to get golf cam course, but it's going to be a daunting hole with a dot, so let's see if he can skirt this at all. Daunting, yes it is. Double difficult putt for par. Jeremiah James hates to use his blue chips here to save a par. Probably should have used one of them to take control of this hole himself. But double difficult putt for par. He's going to have to take the lag rule putt. And so it's going to be 6-6 miss for bogey. So he'll drop to -6, 5 back. But the leaders haven't started playing this, and this is not easy. So, Kilo, hoping for a white 6 here. 22 in the sand with his first, so that might not be so bad. Three. He's not chunky, so he'll have an easy second putt for par. So easy pars or 6-6 miss. We'll dial it up, and he makes it. Well, back to the fourth. Well, he's saying 5, 6, 7. I mean, just about every hole has its trouble. Let's see, Gil Granbury with a blue chip at the par 4 fourth. And it'll be off his card, 144. We'll see if he can turn this into a birdie, maybe. 144, is he a legend? He's not. Is he a champion? No. So it'll be Golf Cam Green. And it's going to be a challenging green. So that's, let's see. So par 4. Is it friendly? No. Challenging? Yes. A clutch putt for bogey for Gil Granbury. And as far back as he is, he's got to try and make this 1-3 and get another blue chip. And so in the process, he would. And he misses. He'll lose the blue chip. And he's going to have an easy double. Gil Granbury has a bit of a meltdown here on 4. He's going to drop to -5. And Sawgrass is taking everybody for a ride here. Leon Bay, who already has had his own bogey. 45, it's going to be in the sand with his first, and he's got a green 6. That's going to be trouble. Par 4. Bunker with the first and a 6. Is he sandy? He's not. Double difficult putt for par for Bay. He's going to lag. That's all he can do at this point. So now the 6-6 miss for an easy bogey. He'll make the bogey, but back-to-back bogeys, and it's a very demanding course. When it's playing tough, it plays tough. Kenji Morita. He birdied 2, so he's at -8. Doesn't have any blue chips to use over here at this par 3. And a 45, he'll be in the rough near the green with his tee shot. And is Morita a master? He's not. A difficult putt for par. Needs a 1-3, and he gets it. So he stays on the in the good graces of the dice. David Alvestad. Okay, that's going to be 16. Okay, Golf Cam course. Well, we have a chance to roll one in here and get one back. Let's see. A 1 on the par 3. Is it cordial? No. Is he laser? He's semi-laser with a dot. So, yes, he'll have a clutch putt for birdie. No blue chips. He needs a 1-3. Or else he'll get a red chip and we'll still have an easy par putt. And he misses badly. Red chip. So now a 6-6 miss. Oh, and he almost misses that. But he will take a par. Okay, we'll go back to the second. Kenny Service, who is 1 back of the leaders. And we're going to have the leaders teeing off here shortly. That's Kimes and Co. Excuse me. So Kenny Service birdied the first. Looking for a second one here. 144. I think that might be Golf Cam Green. Let's see. Wait, no. 144 on the par 5. Is he a hacker? No. Is he champion? Semi-champion with a dot? Yes, an easy putt for birdie. He's going to use the blue chip and make it a gimme. So a 6-6 miss for a birdie here for service. And he makes it. Tied for the lead. Just like Rowetter, he back-to-back birdies the first 2 holes, and he gets into a tie with Kimes. Now, Yunli Song, who bogeyed 1, looking to try and get that back here, and he will have a chance to do that, and he will take it. As with the double cordial hole, he gets an automatic birdie on that. So he'll move back to -8 with Marita. So the 6 white die is an automatic birdie on a double cordial hole. But you don't get a blue chip. All right, so the leaders. Teeing off at the first, ready to get this show on the road, it'll be Jimmy Kimes, the first to go here, commencing his Sawgrass Championship final round. And it's a white 3. So 33 is going to be Golf Cam course. And a 2 on the par 4. Is it cordial? No. It's not daunting, so he'll have an easy par putt. A nice, easy cruiser here to start. Wants to avoid the 6-6 miss, and he does. And Kimes is off on his round now. Co, 1 back of him in service. 56. Oh, no. Co loses it to the right with a 56, and that is in the water. And with a green 6, this is even worse, I believe. Let's see. Par 4. First shot 6. Is he a champion? Co is not a champion. He's only a semi-hero. He'll have a moderate putt for bogey. So Co, with a disaster start, needs a 1 to 3 just to stay within 2. And he gets it. But he'll drop to -9. And let's see, what are we at? We're at 107. Let's try to get 2 more passes through. At least 1 more pass through. So here again, another tough par 4. The difficulty of the green is accelerated by the exclamation mark. You've got a firm green as well, which adds some extra snaz to it. It's a good idea to stay left off the tee. That's that 16, if you recall. 6s are right, not necessarily just the way it looks here. Just don't stray too close to the sand or water. Oh, well, maybe they do have this as left, but anyway, so Rowetter, 2 under par on his round, -7. He's still 4 back of Kimes in service. And it'll be 3 degrees of course control here, and he will hit one of them. That's a 26. Golf Cam course is not daunting, so that's a helpful thing. Par 4. Is it daunting? It's not. So he'll have a clutch putt for birdie. Stays away from the exclamation mark, and he is semi-gold. He's going to use his blue chip because he's going to lose it if he misses anyway. So that'll make it 1 to 5. And he makes it outright. And Rowetter, with his 3rd birdie on the front 9, moves to -8. He's within 3. Making a nice move to start his round. And so it'll be Dale George. And he'll have control 155. He's running out of time to stay in our coverage here. Bomber or Duffer? No. Champion? No. So it's going to be right now chart. And he is cold as ice. With a par 4 and a 1 on the green die. Is he cold? Yes, he is. A difficult putt for par. And add another one is double difficult. He's going to have to... He's going to lag. So he misses that, so it'll be an easy bogey, which he makes. 3 bogeys in a row, and he is down to, I believe, now -1. So 3 over on his round, and we will just keep going with him. So, but let's see now. -11, -1. That's 10 back with 11 to play. I think he gets one more hole before we'll probably start. All right, so James now with 2. All right, James is going to get a little slick here. He's going to try and dial up his own control on this hole. See if he can avoid the trouble. Wants to try and start eking his way back in. 1, 2, 3 on a par 4. Golf Cam Green with a 3. Challenging green semi. Yes, it's challenging. It's going to be a clutch putt for par. He is gold, but he can't earn that chip back. He does make it for par. Using it there wouldn't help him. He's already gold, so he's going to stay at -6, 1 over par. Nate Killo. And he will have control. 2, 3, 4. It's not a direct green. Is he dynamic? He's semi and doesn't have the... So he's right now. And for him, he is just neutral. And the even number means to check whether he's hot. So it's not going to help him here. Difficult putt for birdie. Which makes it double difficult because of the exclamation mark. So he will lag. Double difficult putt for birdie. Misses. Easy par. Makes. All right. So, still got 3 people hanging in here. Thank you guys for sticking around. Trying to record this stuff. So Granbury doubled the 4th, so it'll be Leon Bay with only a bogey there. Could use a blue chip to try to get control, but he's going to go ahead and hold on to it and use a little different approach strategy here to the hole. 24 in the bunker with his second shot. So par 4 and 1. Chunky. Well, Leon Bay's not chunky, so he'll have a pin chance. Roll the white die. That's a 5, so that's going to be a moderate putt for par. 1 to 5, and he makes it. So now Granbury. That'll be a 12. It's in the rough off the tee. Par 4 with a 3. Is he a workman? He's not, so it'll be an easy second putt for par for Granbury. 6-6 miss, and he has no issues with that. We'll stay at -5. All right, so back to 4. It'll be Merida and Alvestad. Merida first. 1-4-6, his control on the par 4. Not a legend, not dynamic, and it's not a firm green. So right now, and Merida is semi-hot. But he doesn't have the decide or die in his favor, so right now he is not hot. And so on a par 4 with a 4, is he hot? No. Double difficult putt for birdie. He's gonna have to lag. Doing custom lag rule. No, nothing there. So easy putt for par. Makes it. Stays at -8. Now Alvestad with a red chip. He's not going to do anything out of the ordinary. It'll be a 13. That's going to be Golf Cam course. So maybe a chance to squeak through a par here. Is he not cordial or daunting? So it's an easy putt for par. 6-6 miss, and he barely holes it out for a par. Thought about playing that red chip to take a little bit off of that. But lucky we didn't. So Kenny Service. Is that windy?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. Par 3. Kenny Service tied for the lead. 2 birdies in a row. And 26. Decide or die blank would be in the sand, but instead it's going to be golf cam course. He catches a break there. It's kind of gone his way so far for Kenny Service. So golf cam course. There's an asterisk right here, but the decide or die has a dot. So par 3, 4. Is it a daunting hole? No. Clutch putt for birdie for Kenny Service. He's semi-rust. All you can do is roll this. He can roll and hope for a 1 or a 2. He would take the lead if he gets it, and he won't. He'll earn a red chip, but he'll just have a easy bogey putt or an easy par putt. Makes that. So not too disastrous there. Now Yun Lee Song, who bogeyed the first and birdied the second, came right back with that. 56 golf cam course himself, 2 par 4, easy putt for par here for him. Haven't had too many 6-6s yet, which feels good because it can feel pretty bad to have those 6-6 misses. All right, so the lead group comes to 2. This easy par 5. Let's see. We had 1 birdie in the first 3 groups. So that's 6 golfers, 1 out of 6, and then we've had everybody since then birdie number 2. So Jimmy Kimes, who parred the first, will be first to go here in this group. Golf. It'll be the course will control this with a white 5, 33. Golf cam course, that should work out okay for him. 3 on the par 5. Cordial, no. Cordial, yes. Clutch putt for birdie for Kimes. Now he's semi-rust too. He would take the lead with a 1 or a 2, and he misses it desperately. So easy par makes it. That's a disappointing hole for Kimes. That's a birdie hole. Now, he could get that shot that he lost on 1 back here. And he also ends up with a 16. So in the rough with his first shot. Might turn out okay. He with a 3. Let's see. Green 3. He is not a workman. He's actually on the better side as far as his short game goes. So he'll have par 5 first shot, 3. Workman, no. So moderate putt for birdie. So 1 to 2. So basically the same shot as a birdie as the other 2 guys. One of these should eventually come out right, huh? And he makes it. So there you go. He follows up his bogey at 1 with a birdie at 2, and so he'll end up 1 back of Kimes and Service. Let's tell you what, we've got time. I'm kind of rushing through some of this, but let's try to get that first group through hole 9. That'll be a good cutoff point here, I think, for us. And so if we just play quickly, we should be able to do it. So Roe Wetter will be first to play here. He's 3 under par. Tough par 3. That's okay, Jerry. Go as long as you want. You could go till the cows come home. And a white 1 would be good on most holes, but this one is course control 5. So, also I forgot to mention who is it? Oh, let's see. So did not birdie the first, so he is actually Stormy. I forgot to mark that down. And Kimes has extra control, so if he ends up with a 4, I have to go back and look at those first 2 holes. He got a 5 on number 2. I don't know about number 1. I don't remember, but I have to remember that from now on. I probably should put a little marking on his card there, or something like a little piece of paper or something. But anyway, 14, Golf Cam rough. From the first, and is he a master? He's not. So this is Roetter's first real venture into some rough stuff here. So he is going to have to... boy, he's going to lag this. He'll probably bogey. So yeah, easy putt for bogey now. 6-6 miss, and he makes it. So a bogey for Roetter. He'll drop 4 back. So Dale George, we're continuing to play him. 36, rough 1. Wait a second. Yeah, I read off the wrong chart, but it's still the same thing. But anyway, a 6. Yeah, master for George. He's not a master, so double difficult putt for par for him too. He's going to try to make it. He needs a 1. Gets a 3. So now that's a difficult bogey. Now he needs a 1 to 3, and he makes that. So 4 bogeys in a row for George, and I think that's going to put him out of contention completely. So he is completely off the board now. All right, so we're going to go back to 7, and now Jeremiah James. Him and the Kilo are both 1 over par on the round. But let's see, Kilo will be first to play here. And that's going to be 26, Golf Cam course. Let's try to speed it up here a bit. Not daunting, so clutch putt for birdie for Kilo. Wants to be rid of these red chips. He's going to use that and make himself. He needs a 1 now. He is rust, fully rust. But he will end up with an easy par even if he misses it. And he does miss. But now an easy par, and he makes that. And now he is free of the red chips. He'd been in a cycle where he started with 3 and it took him 7 holes to get rid of it. So James now. James is again going to take control of the hole here. He's going to be aggressive. 1, 2, 4, par 4. Not a duffer. Is it firm? It is firm. It's going to be a short game check, and that does not work out very well. Stone? No, he's not. So easy putt for par, but could have been better. James makes his par. So now, let's see, Granbury at 6th. And it will actually be Bay first. Bay missed a chance at a birdie last hole. Easy par. Should have been moderate par. We'll say it was good for James. I think it was, but I messed up because we have the little exclamation mark. I forgot that, but we will... I can't remember the roll, but I don't think it was. I don't think it'll be a problem. A 15 in the rough off the tee, and a 2. Master, no. So he'll have a difficult second putt for par. Moderate plus this exclamation mark. 1 to 3, and he'll make it. I mean, what I meant by in the other case is that I rolled 2 dice. So, I mean, what I could do is I could roll this for James. Let's just do it. See, that's why you don't go and second guess yourself. Granbury 4, so 35. That'll be Golf Cam course. And a 5, par 4. Not daunting. Is he scatter? No. He'll have a clutch putt for birdie. 1 to 3. And Granbury, we finally see a birdie here. It seems like it's been a long time. But he will move to -6. And so starting to chip away at that double bogey he took on 4. Okay, back to 5. It'll be Merida and Albastad. Merida at 1 under par so far. And a 23, it'll be in the woods with his second shot. He's going to have to scramble for par, and it's a 5, which is rough. I mean, it's going to be a tough recovery. Is he master? No. Difficult putt for par. He needs a 1 to 3 here, and he gets it. So avoids disaster, stays at -8. 3 back. David Albastad with a red chip to his name. 23 in the woods as well. How about that? And a 2 this time. Is he a master? Semi-master, no dot. So it'll be an easy putt for par. He's going to make it moderate. And he makes it. Uses his red chip to get rid of that. Or makes it a degree of difficulty more, and he makes it still. So Kenny Service and Yunli Song, they both birdied 2 and then parred 3 here. They're the 4th. Service, the leader, they're tied for the lead. 5, 5, 6. Almost a trips roll there. Is he a legend? He sure is. That's going to be... Wait, that's a par 5. This is a par 4. 5, 5, 6. Is he a legend? Yes. So that will be... Gallery Cheers will earn him a blue chip and get rid of the red one. So, and then a 5. Is he a hacker? No. Moderate putt for birdie. Well, he's going to take that. 1 to 2. Boom. Kenny Service takes the lead. 3 out of 4 birdies. And a nice start to his round as he gets a birdie on number 4. And now Yunli Song, 4 back of Service. Service is past Jimmy Kimes now. And 225 for Yunli Song at the par 4. Is he a legend? He's semi with a dot, so yes, he is. He'll get his own blue chip. And he'll get to keep that because he doesn't have any reds. And so Gallery Cheers and a green 5 for him. Is he hacker? He's not. Moderate putt for birdie. Now, he could use the blue chip to make it easy. He will. This might not work out for him. 1 to 4 chance, but he makes it. So these guys are a hot group right now, up to -9. Gets back to within 3. And this lead group here has to feel the pressure. Kimes at the 3rd, par 3. It's going to be the course that dictates this hole in almost every case, and it will be Kimes. Or no, it'll be Coe first. He birdied 2. And it's a 40. The decide or die is yes, a 45. No, 14. Just misses the water in the sand. So Coe already in the water once today. He gets a break there and ends up in the sand. Is he sandy? Well, we re-roll this because it was... Or wait, no, we don't. It was a dot, right? Did we have anything come up? We didn't have anything come up on the course that would make us need to re-roll that, right? It was just... We had the 1 and we had 14 in the sand, and then we go to the 5. Is he sandy? He's semi-sandy, and the dot was showing... So he is sandy. He'll have an easy putt for par. So a good bunker shot. And he should be able to save his par. And he does. So Coe, good there. Now it's Jimmy Kimes. And again, we're going to go one more time through And Kimes is going to lose his red chip by getting the white 6. He will take the gimme par. And but he's going to be staying at minus 11. He could have thought about going for the green. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give Dale George one more hole. We're going to say we can't lose a guy from contention until the back 9. So that's what we'll do. But it'll be row wetter first. So the 9th here, finally we get to kind of get back to a hole that guys can look at as maybe something they could take a birdie on. So multiple risk-reward opportunities as golfers contend with water, trees, and sand. So I would have loved to have gotten some pictures up for you guys, but I remember this hole pretty well from my days of playing on Tiger. So you kind of have a fairway. You have the tee and then the fairway. It's a long fairway. I mean, it's a long hole, par 5. You got this bunker down the left and crossing the hole right in front of the green right here. You have water out this way, and then up here is the green. And so you take your second shot. You could try to clear it. It's kind of an iffy chance here to do that, but row wetter without much to play for at this point. He's 5 back. And it'll be 1, 2, 3. His control, par 5. It's not a direct green. You can get there in 2, but not in this case. He's a gilded no. Champion no. So he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. He needs a 1 or a 2 here. 1 or a 2 would get him to minus 8. And he misses it. So now a moderate birdie means an easy par, and he makes the easy par. So row wetter with a 34 on the front, 2 under par. Started the day at minus 5. Now minus 7. All right, we'll play out Dale George. Give the guy a chance to maybe get a birdie here. We'll see if... and he's in the bunker off the tee with a green 6. So that kind of day for old Dale. Dale has seen better days here on the course. Par 5 off the tee. Is he sandy? No. Easy putt for par. Well, he should par it unless he gets the old double 6s. And he doesn't. So that's a 40 on the front for George, and we will be taking him out of contention for the back 9. But okay. And I'm amazed and happy that we still have 3 people around. So I'm going to just take a quick chance to grab a swig of soda here while we're getting ready to load up 8 here for James and Kilo. So cold, so good. Okay, so I probably should reload as far as the leaderboard goes too. Service in first at minus 12, Kimes minus 11, Co minus 10. With a rough first hole, ends up in the water, but has recovered. He's still 2 back. Yun Lee Song 3 behind at minus 9. Marita minus 8. Row wetter minus 7. Good front 9, but he started a ways back. He needs to find some birdies on the back. And then you've got this minus 6 group that is right on the edge. It's Kilo, Alvestad, Jeremiah James, and Granbury. They're, in terms of the way the rules say in the game, they would be on the edge of contention right now. If they were to drop to minus 5 and Service stayed at minus 12, they would go into out of contention. But we're going to keep playing them here for now. It'll be Kilo to start here at this tough par 3. Number 8. Water is in play. And let's see, a 44. He'll be in the sand, so he avoids the water. But par 3 sand, and then a 3. Is he chunky? No, he's not. So he'll have a gimme putt for par. That's about the best you can do. And he makes it. Oops, wrong. I circled James for... That's my... sometime I'll do a little tutorial on my scoring methods for this. I have a little shorthand that I use for scoring. So Jeremiah James, he will be 55. He's rough. So in the deep stuff around the green, he's not a workman, so he'll have a gimme putt for par as well. 666 is on a gimme par necessary, and so we could have kept that circle there for James. Okay, back to 7. So this is going to be our last time through. Once we get this, we'll take a break till tomorrow. We'll have a good bit of the round out of the way. And now it's going to be Granbury, who birdied 6 here at the 7th. And he will roll off of his card 355. Also, we've got to remember an exclamation mark there. Par 4, 355. He's not a king, and he's not a hacker, so we're going to go to the experience chart. And guess what? Granbury is an icon. So a 3, is he a prospect? No. So he's going to have an easy birdie putt. Oh, because of the exclamation mark, it's going to be moderate birdie putt. 1 or 2. Oh, and if it hadn't been for the... it would have been a birdie if it had been an easy, but instead it'll be a par. Double ones. Snake eyes there. So a par for Granbury. What could have been... Let me see. He started the day at -7. Double bogey and then a birdie. Yeah, so still at -6. Okay, Leon Bay. 36 in the sand. Green side. Is he chunky? No. Have goes from gimme to easy. So a gimme par putt becomes an easy par putt. And he'll make it. So if you get double 6s there, you're really unhappy about that if you're Bay. Because that could have been... that's basically the way you can think about that. Think about the exclamation mark this way. Let's say that the green has a lot of undulation near the hole. So, let's say a 3-foot putt. Let's call that a gimme. Maybe even a 2-foot putt. Well, a 2-foot putt, if you've got, let's say, 3 or 4 inches, or just a pretty decent, break. I'll show you. So, like this is let's say a 2-footer like this that's probably gimme. You start having a little bit like this, and that's going to make your knees knock a little bit, and that's going to turn it to maybe easy. You've got a little less of a chance. So, Kenji Morita. So not a daunting hole here at all, 6, but it does. The green is an adventure, but so he will have control of the hole with a 1-2-5. And again, another exclamation mark. Morita is not a bomber, and he's not a hacker, so we will go to Golf Cam Green, and he might be able to do a clutch, which would then get him out of. And without the decider die dot, then that's not going to be challenging. So let's see, par 4, 5. Is it friendly? No. Challenging? No. So it's going to be a moderate putt for par. Goes from easy to moderate. Oh, and he misses it. Oh, man. So Morita drops a shot as long as he makes that, and he does. But that is unfortunate. That's a bogey, and he will drop to -7. David Alvestad finally got rid of his red chip. And it'll be 1-2-5 for him as well. I think that was the same roll we got before. I shook him up, but let's see. 1-2-5. He is not a bomber. He's actually puny. And he's also not a hacker. So again, golf cam green and a 5. Basically the same thing. It's going to be moderate putt for par. Because there's no decide or die. So he's got to avoid the 6. And he does. So a par for Albestad. Okay. Your leader, Service. 3 birdies out of 4. Looking to keep her going. He'd love a 1 on the white die right here. Gets a 5. That's a 34. Golf cam course. Par 4, 5. Daunting no. Daunting no because the decider die is a no. Is he scatter? He's not. Clutch putt for birdie. Semi-rust. He could earn a red chip here, but a 1 to 2 would move into minus 13. Misses. So after a clutch putt, you have an easy par. And he makes it. So he will remain in the lead at minus 12. Yun Lee Song. Aside from an early bogey, he has done pretty well so far. It'll be 23 in the woods on the par 4 next to the green. He's going to have to punch out onto the green and see if he can make it. Not a workman, so gimme putt for par for him. Very nice recovery for Lee Song, and he will par. So we're going to go to the 4th. And our lead group now, I got to keep remembering here, Kimes gets the benefit of a white 4. So let's not forget that. Now it's going to be Co first. Co 2 behind Service. Kimes 1 back. Can anybody get a birdie on this hole? 2, 3, 4. Golfer control. Green's not direct. Is he a dynamic golfer? Semi. No, he's not dynamic. Go to right now. He's... And... We use the same... If it's a golfer, the golfer has... At least from here on out, I'm going to be doing it this way. I decided that I was going to change my rules as far as... I don't re-roll unless it's course versus golfer. So because the golfer was checked here for dynamic, then we also check for right now. And so for the right now chart with a 4, par 4, is he hot? He is not, because he is semi-hot without a dot. So it's going to be a double difficult putt for birdie. He's going to have to lag, and he misses. So now an easy par. He'll make that. So Co remains 2 back. Now Kimes, now he's got, for him, this is going to be a course control 1. And there we go. It's going to be 2-6-6 for him off of his card. Par 4. King, well, he's semi-king with a dot, so he'll get a blue chip. And Kimes will be in the fairway off the tee with a 2. Is he champion? Yes, he is. A gimme birdie putt. He's going to join. As long as he doesn't get a 6-6 miss, he will join Kenny Service in the lead. And he makes it. So Kimes goes up to minus 12. 1 under so far for his round. And that's where we're going to wrap it up for the early parts of this. So give me a moment here as I set up for just a quick debrief. Be right back. Well, I tried. I'll do this. Okay. So, yeah, so we're we're not halfway through yet, but we got a long ways along here from what we usually do. So usually I just try to do the first few holes, kind of get it to maybe where the leaders have teed off. But now I've gotten the first group to the back 9. Tomorrow we will probably cut the rest of this into 2 halves to try and break it up a little bit. But so we've got our leaders, Service and Kimes. Kimes started the day in the lead. Service birdied 3 holes to take the lead himself, and then we just saw Kimes get one there. So Co is 2 back of that, and so that's where we're gonna, it's still plenty of time for guys to make some moves. Our target score for this was, I think, -14, and so we are 2 back of that. I'm going to retool my leaderboard a little bit here before we do the next one, try to move things a little bit around so that way I can have a little more room. But thanks for watching, everybody. I hope this isn't too pedantic, isn't the word. Golf, there's always going to be a group of people that say golf is boring, and so tabletop golf has the penchant for that anyway. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed that. I want to keep. I love this game, and I'd kind of like to just keep playing it. But I also know that this channel is a lot more than just golf, and so this may not be the optimal place to be putting all the golf stuff, but we will do that anyway. So I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Saturday, so I'll see you for some more golf, see you for the conclusion of this round. And I don't know, I may try to do some one-off stuff a little bit in the days ahead with maybe some single rounds at some different places. We'll see before our next tournament. So till then, thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your likes. Thanks for your subscriptions. And here at Tabletop Baseball Plus for Tabletop Earl, I'm Tenacious Earl. See you next time, and enjoy your tabletop sports.